What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment, and today we have the honor and privilege of being joined by Smif-N-Wessun. Steele Tech, thanks for coming through.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
Salute, thanks for having us.
You got the new project coming out, Infinity. You guys are on a nationwide, international, all kinds of tours going on. So, given that the All was the last album, what is making Infinity the right time to come back with right now?
Man, when we put the All out?
2019?
19. It's God's timing. That's the perfect timing. And 2019 was right before the pandemic hit. Went through a lot, experienced a lot of things never saw before. And now that we're here back out moving around, I think it's time. It's definitely time for some new experiences, new music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is, Infinity is all with Ninth Wonder and Soul Council?
Yes.
So how and why did you decide to go that route for production?
I think we got one or two from everybody that's over there. We got a Notch joint. We got a Cash joint. We got, of course, our boy Crisis. We got E. Jones.
Yeah.
I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, man, it's like we always working, right? So from the All, you might not see us doing like physical projects. We've had like solo projects and features and things of that nature and other endeavors. But I think what spawned this was like Drew High and Knife Wonder seeing each other in Manhattan one day. And like, yo, we might as well, because Knife always was like, yo, we ready to do part 2. He was always saying that. It was like no timing. So it was like, all right, well, why these guys? These guys was right there, and we just had a great experience with them. And I think we both was ready to get out of New York City for a little while. And it was like, that's like a home away from home.
North Carolina?
Yeah, so it was easy, it was simple. It's not that we took the easy way route, but it was just there. And the guys was ready, so it's good to go where you welcome at. You know what I mean? We needed that vibe, we needed that break. And we've been working on it for a while, because this is like, I think I went there, it was like I was celebrating my birthday when we got there, so I was like incredibly wasted. And Rod Digger was in the studio, D.O.C was in the studio, so it was like leaving New York to go to New York. You know what I mean? And the vibe was so crazy. And then you get in that soul, so it was rejuvenating for us. And I'm not sure if we had the title. I'm pretty much sure we didn't have the title of the album. So it wasn't like we sat for years, over those years and was like, yo, you know what, we gotta come with an album, man, and then call it this. Like Tech said, that's like the God speed, God timing, and we just was lined up for it. And it's like, we give thanks for that, because sometimes things seem to dry up. Nobody's doing anything, and everybody's kind of bitter. You celebrate 50 years of hip hop, like what's going on? Like we were actually sitting back creating something that we think you will enjoy.
And it felt not to cut you off. It felt like we was recording, to me, almost in D&D again. The family vibe, the camaraderie of it. Yeah. It felt like we was going back to the essence of when we started recording The Shining and everything, and that's due to them and the way they opened their doors and arms to us and accepted us in since we did the three-headed monster with Buck, rest in peace, our brother Sean Price, and the Smif-N-Wessun joint.
And with that being said, I think your guys' album titles mentioned The Shining, The All, you got Monumental. Your guys' album titles throughout the early stages of your career and even till today are so short but very powerful. So have you noticed, or why, has this always been something you thought about from the beginning of your career?
Absolutely. We've definitely been conscious of that, the word becomes flesh. Like when we say it, we stamp it. We knew we had to come with an anthem. We sat with that. But before we came up with that, we had other things. So once we felt it out and we was like, all right, this is what we live in. This is the 360. We doing figure 8s through our lives, like trying to figure it out. And then when you figure it out, you come to that crossroad where you meet again and you see yourself. You go, do I like what I see? I can still make some adjustments, so let's keep on skating through, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, it's kind of fun now. It's tough. But yeah, we want you to know that we mean this. We want you to know that rude awakening, we meant that. You know, it was definitely a rude awakening. We definitely met Smif-N-Wessun Reloaded because we was going through so much. It's like, oh, can we use this? Should we use it? Why should we? Yo, we sitting there and we know we have to make a statement with the platform that we have. So, yeah, Infinity is definitely a statement, you know.
And something else too, I've noticed the progression of your guys' music. Obviously, sonically starting out extremely heavy, sample driven, and with the reggae influence and all that other stuff. But as you've evolved, I'd say lyrically, I wanted you to get into doing the more reflective spiritual side. I think it's come more from the gunplay of The Shining into more of the actual spiritual, you know, believing in yourself, doing the right things. I think it's more and more, I think every album is more pronounced of that. So is that also just life? Is that intentional? Is that happenstance?
It's life, man. I mean, you go back to The Shining and we had songs like Stand Strong. You know what I'm saying? It had songs like Hallucination. Like, we're talking about being intoxicated, but then there's so much going on that you got to be on point. We're talking about friendships, relationships, bonds. We got PNC. We're talking about losing people and remembering them, and we're talking about jail, but none of that is glorifying. I walk around town with the pound strapped down, just in case I gotta smoke something. I'm not, you know, it's real where we live at. So we setting the blueprint because, for one, we honored to be here, and we got the guys before us gave us that blueprint. You know, the pioneers before us set it up. It's like we supposed to say something of importance. One of the greatest songs in hip hop is The Message. Right. Like, you could play that today and it says what it says. And now we're not gonna rap like that. We're not gonna be as maybe like prolifically like profound in the words themselves. We're gonna do some wordplay and have fun with it. But like, sometimes you hit or miss, man. We got so much songs. Like, we just doing the playlist just now, and I'm like, wow, we didn't put this on the playlist. We didn't do that with the playlist. They're like, holy snap. So we get to like kind of renew our vows every time we come out here and get together. And thankful to the people too, because like it keeps us sharp. It makes us want to take the challenge. Like, damn, are we hitting the mark? We kind of are. We might feel like not confident. It's like, all right, it's a good symbiosis.
Yeah, because even I remember in the first track on the All Tech, you were talking about making mistakes and doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing, and learning.
Yeah, it's like being a parent, man. Like, we couldn't, what we learned and showed our children, we learned in the fields because our parents wasn't taught certain things. Like, we wasn't, especially in my family, I wasn't taught how to invest money or learn about real estate or, you know, being smart with your, whatever it is you're doing in life. So it's like you're a parent and you're growing with your audience as well as what you're giving birth to. So, you know, plus we getting wiser, took us shahadas and everything, so there's a higher power in life that, you know, like they say, our gift from God is our life and breath, and our give back to him is what we do with that he gave us. So each album is definitely growth and progression.
And when did that kick in with, obviously, whatever your parents or your family or whatever gave you a foundation of sorts, but everybody really needs to build on that. When did that really register how and when and why you needed to do it for yourselves?
I think for me it was once I had my son, once it was more than me to worry about. You know, even though you have your family, but once you have a girlfriend that develops into your lifetime partner, your wife or whatever, you have a son now, there's more than just what it is. Now you have immediate responsibilities. You start thinking as a grown-up. It just doesn't come with age. You go through life be lifing. So when you're maturing with that, you learn it and you apply it to it. And sometimes it's supposed to make it easier and you learn how to maneuver with it, but sometimes every day it's a lesson learned.
To add on, I think it's a consistent gig. Like, you have a lifetime gig, you know, and that's you. You know, you have to make sure your stocks is up. That's you. Your investment is, all of this is right here.
CEO of your life.
So it's like, if once you stop doing that, you know, it becomes a struggle, of course, because you're trying to make it better. You're trying to get more proceeds. You're trying to get more, living fruitful and multiply. So it's consistent. Like, we never get too comfortable and celebrate too much in the end zone because we know we got to get on defense at any time. So yeah, we got to keep, and it feels fun that you are able to do it because, you know, some people put themselves out the game, you know. put themselves out the game. It's like we got to remember where we started. We started from jacking electricity, just so people could stop killing each other. Just like we need some fun. Let's jack this electricity and play some music, calm the savage beast, and get to it. Like, what we trying to get to? We're trying to get to life. Like, that's ultimately it's still love, peace, happiness, having fun, those type of things. Like, even in the 12 jewels, you know what I mean? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know, it's like the pursuit of life is what we here for, and hip hop allows us to have this type of conversation on an international scale. Like, it's crazy. It's not no neighborhood thing. It's worldwide.
Yeah.
You know? And we all are a part of it. You know, from the people who create the words to the people that listen and tap in and make it valid, to certify to you guys who allow us the platform to certify a story, and then give it context, because sometimes it get missing in the music, and we just tag it and bag it, you know. And like, wow, now the relevance comes to our conversation and being able to extend that, because especially when you're dealing with technology,
Right.
you know, we can't leave everything up to AI, man.
No.
But it's good to see you, man. This is real, man. You know what I'm saying?
We're
You
here.
kidding me?
We're
We be
here.
on the phone like, yo, what's good? How's yo?